Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We welcome family, friends, alumni, and special guests. Welcome to the Spring 2025 Convocation Ceremony for the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. At this time, we ask you to please stand to welcome our students and faculty.
Everyone, please be seated. It's always good to be able to check my tie on the Jumbotron. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Spring 2025 Convocation Ceremony for the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. My name is David Spalding, and I am the Raisbeck Endowed Dean of the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. I'm also the Vice President for Economic Development and Industry Relations for Iowa State University. I'm honored to welcome all of our candidates for degrees to the ceremony. I'd also like to welcome those who are here today to celebrate your accomplishments along with the Ivy community. In addition, I want to welcome family and friends from around the world who are watching the live stream broadcast of this ceremony. This convocation honoring your achievements is made possible thanks to a dedicated team of college staff, our talented faculty, wonderful student marshals, and the fantastic staff at Hilton Coliseum. Please join me in thanking them for their efforts. Particular thanks to Suzanne Linden, who's the one who really makes this happen. That's Suzanne in the back. Thank you, Suzanne. I also want to thank all of you for participating in this ceremony today. The adventure each and every one of you has had at Iowa State is not yours alone. It was shared by many people in your lives: parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, our faculty and staff. We all care very deeply about your growth as individuals and your success as professionals. This ceremony celebrates your accomplishments in the Ivy College of Business, but I can assure you that it is a reward for all of us as well. This academic year, we celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Ivy College of Business and the 20th anniversary of our campus home, the Jardine Business Building. We celebrated record enrollment this past fall and have received national and international recognition for our programs. As we reflect on those milestones and achievements, what does it mean to be an Ivy graduate? It means you've learned from the best. Internationally known faculty challenged and mentored you. Professors of practice shared their industry skills and experience. Highly skilled staff provided advice and encouragement for your academic growth and professional development. You've learned to be a successful leader, an effective team member, and a lifelong learner. You are ready to contribute on day one and to grow when presented with new opportunities throughout your career. You should be proud of the high standards you've met and the challenges you've overcome during your time at Ivy. We know that each team project, presentation, case competition, and sales pitch made you smarter, more thoughtful, and more resilient. As an Ivy grad, an Iowa State University grad, you have the strength of the Cyclone Nation behind you. You will be part of the Iowa State Alumni Network, and you'll find that there are Cyclones everywhere, invested in your success and cheering you on. There's no better way to meet somebody over in Europe than to be wearing a Cyclones hat, I promise you. You'll have to determine your own definition of success, the meaning of a life well lived. We hope that the meaning you create will have many components of what we value here at Ivy: innovation, integrity, ethical leadership, and community. As you transition from student to alumni, I hope you pause to consider how valuable your education truly was and how you will carry your Iowa State University experience with you throughout your life and career. I hope you will forever be as proud of your alma mater as we are of all of you. During this special ceremony, we'd like to ask one graduating student to share their thoughts on this milestone. I have the privilege of introducing today's student speaker to you now. Janelle Vossel is graduating from Iowa State University with a Bachelor of Science in Finance and International Business, summa cum laude, and a minor in Chinese Studies. She's also a graduate of the University Honors Program. During her time at Iowa State, Janelle served as Vice President of Finance for Alpha Gamma Delta Sorority and as a student representative on the Ivy College of Business Academic Standards Committee. She worked as a business learning team's peer mentor, helping new students make a successful transition to college, and as a freshman honors program leader for the University Honors Program. She also studied abroad for a semester at Singapore Management University. After graduation, Janelle will join the Financial Development Program at Fidelity and Guarantee Life Insurance Company in Des Moines. Please join me in welcoming your fellow graduate, Janelle Vossel.
I want you all to picture this with me. It was a warm spring day. The trees were blooming, the sun was shining, people were out hammocking, eating lunch outside, going for walks, enjoying the beautiful weather. I took one glance as a senior in high school, and I knew that Iowa State was going to be perfect for me. In fact, I committed the very next day to spend the next 4 years of my life here. That very moment felt like a season of spring in every sense of the word, full of hope, renewal, and possibility. Now, fast forward about 10 months when I'm well into the spring semester of my freshman year, the spring did not feel so springy. There was snow on the ground, the students were stressed, and I'm pretty sure I had a Stat 326 exam that I felt nowhere near prepared for. That beautiful day I toured campus, it felt like a false advertisement in a campus promotional package. But one thing remained true. Since that day I committed nearly 4 years ago, despite the unruly weather and the false optimism in a national championship, and yes, I'm talking both football and basketball, but we can circle back to that, Iowa State has consistently delivered on the promise of community, education, and support that first drew me in. Entering my freshman year, I had heard that college was going to be the best years of my life. I anticipated that every person I was going to meet was going to be my best friend, and opportunities were going to be all over the place. I was quickly challenged when my random roommate turned out to be, let's say, not quite the best fit. I was hit with an unexpected blizzard, emergency rehousing, a total reset 3 weeks into the semester. It felt like winter, cold, uncertain, and isolating. But here's what I've learned. Growth doesn't just happen in the spring and summer. Growth happens in the winter too. It happens when you're forced to start over, when you face discomfort, when you learn what you're capable of. Looking back, I've grown in my appreciation for this challenge and the many others that followed. As we've all faced challenges in our pursuit of education, we should be confident coming out having developed patience and grown in our interpersonal skills. We are able to handle situations that will arise with more active problem-solving techniques. Each of us has had to navigate our own personal forecast through snowstorms, thunderstorms, and even, yes, the occasional cyclone weather alert. But we've all emerged stronger, smarter, and more resilient. As the seasons changed, so did we. We grew in our academic pursuit of knowledge, but also in our understanding of ourselves and each other. While each of us has taken a different path, some filled with clubs and campus events, others filled with work or family, or just getting through each week, we've all experienced growth. Personally, I've had the opportunity to be an active member of several clubs both in and outside the College of Business, Engaging with students from different backgrounds with different views on the world has helped to show how the time we've spent at Iowa State has changed and helped us develop into who we are today. Now, each of us has weathered our difficulties to be present today, whether it be an unruly roommate story like mine, a professor who didn't round that 0.01% to pass you, or you found yourself with an extra semester or two, or whatever else might have thrown a wrench into those best years of your life. Today, as we enjoy this season of celebration, it's worth remembering the winters we pushed through to get here. But we made it through. Today is the day we waited for. Beyond just a degree, the Ivy College of Business has equipped us with the developed skills of hard work and collaboration, now sharing the ability to create value and change through internships and various career opportunities, clubs and organizations, and the core curriculum of classes that, although we may not have believed it at first, did broaden our areas of understanding beyond our designated degrees. As a finance student, I'd personally like to thank the management, supply chain, entrepreneurship, well, pretty much every other department for helping me grow in my weakest areas. We also leave today with a greater network of business connections. Hopefully you made it to that 500 plus on LinkedIn by now, but if not, I've heard from a friend you can ask people to connect pretty much anywhere you go. I'm sure we've all been able to gain so much more than these things I've listed. Just like Iowa weather, life will keep changing, but we've learned how to adapt, how to grow, how to show up no matter the forecast. The professors, faculty, and staff in the Ivy College of Business have led and inspired us so that we can lead and inspire others as we become the next generation of business professionals. A special thank you to Bruce Kraft, who provided guidance on pursuing a career in corporate finance, and to Todd Ortberg for helping me to present research on AI startups and venture capital funding. And finally, to my advisor, Kelly Pastilli, who helps me walk through some of the hardest storms. Regardless of whatever difficulties we face, when we walk out of these doors, we are capable of putting our best foot forward thanks to all of their help and guidance. In the end, today is a day to celebrate. Celebrate where you come from, as well as where you are going. Whether it's entering graduate school or entering the workforce, you can strive forward knowing you are capable of so much more than textbook quizzes and 11:59 p.m. Canvas deadlines. Whether you're walking across the stage with a bachelor's or master's degree, no matter the major, you have the ability to be a change maker, a team player, and an innovator. Those are the skills that set us apart and make us proud to say we are a part of Cyclone Nation. When you look back here at your time at Iowa State, you might remember the class stress, the intensity of navigating an internship opportunity, or the days when you didn't think the energy to make it to graduation. But here you are. You've made it. I challenge you as you look back to remember those nice, sunny spring days. Remember the friendships you've made, and in the end, recognize that from the first step onto campus to this very day, you've weathered every season, and with each one, you grew. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle, for sharing your story and addressing your fellow class candidates today. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. So today we recognize all of our Ivy College of Business candidates for successfully completing degree requirements. Many of you have distinguished yourselves through academics, extracurricular activities, and community service. I want to take a few minutes to recognize you. First, some of our candidates will graduate with multiple majors and/or multiple degrees. In addition, many of our candidates have taken additional courses in order to complete minors, specializations, or certificates. These are not listed in the program. So I'd like all of you who are graduating with minors, specializations, or certificates to please stand and let us recognize you. Please stand. Thank you. That's a wow. Some students are graduating with distinction, with a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Cardinal honor cords are worn by those graduating cum laude with distinction. Students graduating magna cum laude with great distinction are wearing gold honor cords. Summa cum laude graduates, those graduating with highest distinction, are wearing cardinal and gold honor cords. Would all of those graduating with distinction please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Next, I would like to recognize those candidates who will graduate from the University Honors Program. Individuals graduating with honors were enrolled in the University Honors Program and earned a 3.5 or higher cumulative grade point average. Honors candidates, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. As one of the nation's first land-grant universities, Iowa State was founded back in 1858 on the then revolutionary idea that a college education should be open to everyone. Our land-grant mission continues to this day as Iowa State welcomes first-generation college students from across the nation and around the world. Would those of you who are in the first generation of your family to graduate from college, please stand and be recognized. At the Ivy College of Business, we encourage students to extend their learning beyond the classroom. With those of you who completed internships, studied abroad, competed in case competitions, or volunteered in the community, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Finally, I would like to recognize all of those in attendance today, candidates and audience members alike, who have served, are serving, or will be serving our country in the military following graduation. We are deeply grateful for your commitment and service. Would those individuals please rise as you are able so we may recognize you? As you can see, many of our candidates have gone the extra mile and truly distinguished themselves in their academic careers. Congratulations to all of you. I'd like to take a moment to recognize two outstanding candidates who've received the 2025 Ivy College of Business Dean Student Awards. Please stand when I announce your name. Andrew Wilson. Andrew is the recipient of the Dean's Inspiration Award, which recognizes an Ivy student for inspiring others in our college and our community. Andrew, thank you for everything that you've done for Ivy in your time here. Julia Koltunyuk. Julia is the recipient of the Dean's Leadership Award, which recognizes her for outstanding leadership as an undergraduate business student during her senior year. Thank you, Julia, for your leadership and all you did for Ivy. Both of them are wearing a medallion. Andrew actually tested his to make sure it was real, and that highlights their achievements. So join me again in congratulating Andrew and Julia. At this time, we will recognize our candidates for degrees individually. The first candidate to cross the stage for each program is the student marshal who has been selected for their exemplary performance in their major while at the Ivy College of Business. Names will be read by Dr. Frank Montalban, Dean's Professor of Supply Chain Management, and Dr. Elena Watanabe, Associate Professor of Accounting. I now invite Dr. Valentina Salati to the podium to introduce our degree candidates. Dr. Salati is the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the Ivy College of Business.
Thank you, Dean Spalding. We will start by recognizing our Master of Business Administration graduates. This includes students from the full-time, professional, and executive MBA programs. MBA core faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates are led by the MBA student marshal, Violet Lepke.
Violet Lapke. Violet's future plans are to join Rockwell Automation's Engineering Leadership Development Program.
James Hunter Salisbury. James is from Sioux City, Iowa.
Caitlin Ann Tedesco. Caitlin has accepted a position with Collins Aerospace.
Rindle Weaver. Rindle has accepted a position with Caterpillar as a process engineer.
Anthony Dominic Rapino. Anthony has accepted a position with White's Supply Chain as a supply chain analyst and mechanical estimator.
Daniel Sauer. Daniel's favorite ISU memory is camping out in front of Hilton before beating number 8 Kansas in February 2023.
Brock Soboski. Brock's favorite ISU memory is meeting all the friends who made his college experience better than he could have ever dreamed it to be.
Charlie Moreland. Charlie's favorite course at ISU was negotiations with Dr. Summers.
Cody Michael Britt. Cody's future plans are to be determined.
Jonathan Hong Lee Chan. Jonathan would like to thank his family, friends, professors, and mentors for their unwavering support, love, and encouragement.
Jonathan Warren. John would like to thank all the faculty, and especially the ladies in the grad office. Levi
Mills. Levi has accepted a position with General Mills.
Parker Howdeshell. Parker would like to thank his friends, family, professors, advisors, and most importantly, the bar staff at Mickey's Irish Pub.
Andy Mustadanageek, and his favorite ISU memory is all the amazing relationships he developed along the way.
Tejas Walimbe. Tejas would like to thank his parents for their unwavering support, academic advisors for their guidance, and faculty for imparting their knowledge and skills.
Sahil Bakai. I would like to thank my parents, friends Vishnu, and the incredible administrative staff at Ivy for their unwavering support.
Colin Savini. Colin has accepted a position with Caterpillar in a rotational leadership program.
Swati Kumari. Swati would like to thank her advisor, Sarah Wilson, her professors for the knowledge they shared, and her family for standing by her every step of the way.
Linda Yeboah. Linda's favorite ISU memory is being one of two recipients of the Charles Schrader Ethics Award at the 20th MBA Internal Case Competition.
Sophia Galli. Sophia would like to thank her family, friends, and colleagues. Their encouragement and kindness made this journey truly meaningful.
Anand Akel Bruno Chaka. Bruno would like to thank his friends and family.
Jai Sai Kiran Tatineni. Jai Sai Kiran sends heartfelt gratitude to Sarah Wilson, Tabitha, Monica, Lacey, Professors Ru Chan, Anthony Townsend, Travis and Giovanni, his MIS MBA friends, and his family.
Sai Jeswant Gaud Iluri. Sai thanks his family for their love, his professors and his friends for the outings, and Barani, even when he needed sleep.
Mitch Amundsen. Mitch's future plans are to use his MBA education to continue leading cross-functional strategic initiatives within his organization.
Janet Hermsen. Janet's favorite ISU memory is having the opportunity to participate in the 2025 Spring UK Study Tour.
Taylor Leigh Jensen. Taylor would like to thank her friends and family for their unwavering support, as well as her mentors for encouraging her to further her education.
Kayla Taylor. Kayla would like to thank her husband, Nick, for his support as she juggled completing her MBA, working full-time, and life.
Harlem Josephina Suniaga Penalver. Harlem's favorite course was strategic management.
Cameron Terrell King. Cameron would like to thank his incredible wife, Jody, as well as his two kids, Jet and Brooklyn, for being his pride and joy. He also thanks Kent, Lene, Steve, and Joe Marie.
John Murphy Satterstrom. John would like to thank his wife, Stacy, and his daughters, Nicolette, Reagan, and Haley, for putting up with him being away every third weekend while he tried to relive his college days.
Derek Huser. Derek would like to thank his wife, Corey, and son, Finn, for all of their support.
Naku Hernandez. Naku would like to thank Meg, Will, and Teddy.
Jessica Lynn Strand. Jessica would like to thank her husband and children for their unwavering support and encouragement, and her cohort for sharing their experiences to enrich the learning.
Timothy Azeltine. Timothy would like to thank his wife and the rest of his family for the support they provided to complete this program.
Barrett Hoppenworth. Barrett would like to thank his wife, Ashley, and his children, Madden, Piper, and Renly, for giving him a reason to pursue this degree.
Emily Lynn Glaghorn. Emily would like to thank her family, friends, boyfriend, and fur baby for supporting her throughout this EMBA adventure.
Christian Hellman. Christian is from Waterloo, Iowa.
Robert A. van der Veen. Robert would like to thank the EMBA cohort and his wife, Casey, for making his return to school a memorable and valuable experience.
Sarah Killian. Sarah would like to thank her wife, Katie, family, friends, EMBA cohort, Team Pizza Party Legends, Scholar leadership, and the bold women who climbed, reached back, and dared me to do the same.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Accounting. Accounting faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Dirk Black, Donna J. Fuller Accounting Professor and Chair of the Department of Accounting. Candidates are led by the Accounting Student Marshal, Alexis Shaik.
Alexis M. Shaik. Alexis is from Greenfield, Iowa.
Sotira Eleni Andrios. Sotira will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University.
Samuel Polston. Samuel's future plans are to work in governmental accounting.
Riley Jensen. Riley's future plans are to finish her Master of Accounting degree at Iowa State in December and then enter the workforce.
Carly Baumhover. Carly will be attending graduate school at Iowa State to earn a Master of Accounting degree.
Angela Lynn Oswald. Angela would like to thank God, her mom, dad, brothers, sister-in-law, niece, nephew, friends, and professors for their support and encouragement.
Brooke Sullivan. Brooke would like to thank her friends and professors for their encouragement, and most of all, her parents for their constant support and the opportunities they've made possible.
Morgan Hobley. Morgan would like to thank her family, friends, and collegiate women in business for all their support over the past 4 years.
Benjamin Soren Jackson. Benjamin's favorite ISU memory is rushing the field after beating Oklahoma State.
Blake Charles Holden. Blake's future plans are to return to Iowa State for the Master of Accounting program this fall. Go Cyclones.
Aaron Machinsky. Aaron would like to thank his mom and dad for supporting him throughout this journey.
Jackson Warning. Jackson would like to thank his family for their love, support, and encouragement through both the good and bad times.
Jeffrey Eugene Wagstaff II. Jeffrey's future plans are to study for the CPA exam while working at a Big Four public accounting firm.
Stephen Golly. Stephen's future plans are to move back to California and work at a public accounting firm in San Francisco while completing his CPA.
Caitlin Alt. Caitlin will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University.
Rachel Bertrand. Rachel's future plans are to complete her master's in accounting, obtain her CPA certification, and work as a tax associate in Des Moines.
Francis Jackson. Francis's future plans are to pursue a Master of Finance degree from Iowa State University.
Corey Marth. Corey will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University to pursue a master's in accounting.
Anna Bajurek. Anna's future plans are to begin working as a full-time audit staff accountant at UHI this fall and to start studying for the CPA exam.
Elise Carver. Elise's future plans are to work at Anderson Tax in Des Moines.
Javarius Foreman. Javarius has accepted a position with Ernst & Young in their assurance line.
Emma May Heiser. Emma would like to thank her mom, dad, sister, and all of her friends and family who supported her during her time at ISU.
Kelly Elizabeth Kern. Kelly has accepted a position with KPMG in Minneapolis.
Wesley Killian. Wesley's future plans are to pass the CPA exam this summer and start with RSM in Des Moines in October.
Madison Ann Vorm. Madison's future plans are to work at UHI as a staff accountant.
Christina Nicole Goth. Christina has accepted a position with John Deere as part of their financial development program.
Grant Helddorfer. Grant's favorite ISU memory is watching Iowa State football secure their first 10-win season in school history and rushing the field.
Andrew Leonard. Andrew would like to thank his parents for their love, sacrifice, and for always reminding him to try and try again.
Brandon McCarthy. Brandon's favorite ISU memory is all the activities ISU offered and the opportunities to connect with recruiters and companies alike.
Riley Nelson. Riley's future plans are to pursue a Master of Accounting degree as well as a CPA license.
Ashley Jo Smith. Ashley's future plans are to work full-time at Ernst & Young and study for the CPA exam.
Alyssa McConnell. Alyssa has accepted a position with KPMG as an audit associate.
Renee Miller. Renee has accepted a position with Aid Bailey in Des Moines, where she will begin her career in public accounting. She also plans to obtain her CPA license.
Dakshana Senthilkumar. Dakshana will be attending graduate school at the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business.
Corinne Minit. Corinne would like to thank her friends and family for their love and support during her time in college.
McKenna Caitlin Schaffner. McKenna would like to thank her family and Jacob for supporting her the entire way.
Ryan M. Shimkat. Ryan is from Fort Dodge, Iowa, and was glad to get to be here.
Winter Brianne Brown. Winter is incredibly grateful for the love and support of her family and friends. Their belief in her made this journey possible.
Kiara Severson. Kiara would like to thank her family, faculty, and friends for their support, guidance, and encouragement.
Michaela Charisse Collier. Michaela has accepted a position with the accounting firm SDK.
Molly Shahan. Molly's future plans are to earn her CPA within the year while working in tax accounting.
Peter Iwanowski. Peter would like to thank his girlfriend, family, and friends for their support and encouragement throughout his 4 years at ISU.
Bryce Bogan. Bryce has accepted a position with Valera.
Halsey Bailey. Halsey would like to thank her professors, advisors, and family for supporting her throughout college.
Samuel Blinko. Samuel would like to thank his family.
Ellie Dieterman. Ellie will be attending graduate school at Iowa State for her master's in accounting.
Daniel Reese Johnson. Daniel will be attending graduate school at Iowa State in the Master of Accounting program.
Cale Matthew Franzen. Cale will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University.
Blake Jurek. Blake would like to thank his whole family with a special thank you to his parents and fiancé for their constant encouragement.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Accounting graduates.
Gavin Newgard. Gavin would like to thank his accounting professors for their constant support and guidance. He could not have done it without you.
Josephine Catherine Nichols. Josephine has accepted a position with Deloitte as an audit associate in their Des Moines office.
Bailey Westenberg. Bailey would like to thank all her family, friends, and professors who helped her over the past 4 years.
Venkata Volaiti. Venkat has accepted a position with RSM.
Harshit Rayal. Harshit would like to thank his family, professors, and friends for their endless support and encouragement.
Mohammed Maqsood Tamim. Mohammed would like to thank his mom and brother for always loving him and supporting him.
Ami Kirit Karia. Ami has accepted a position with RSM in their Atlanta office, and she would like to thank her parents and beloved sister.
Sudharya Khalid Kadavil Sushil. Sudharya would like to give a huge shout out to God Almighty for always having her back. To her parents, beloved, and amazing friends, thank you for being her rock.
Mansi Yashwant Patil. Mansi would like to thank her parents, especially her mom, for her immense support and strength, and her professors for guiding her. This moment is yours as much as mine.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Finance, which offers undergraduate majors in finance, actuarial science, and business economics. Finance faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Chang Zhong, Associate Professor and Interim Chair of the Department of Finance. Candidates are led by the department student marshal, Zoe Stonebreaker, who is graduating with a double major in finance and accounting.
Zoe Stonebreaker. Zoe would like to thank all of the professors, advisors, supervisors, and fellow students she had the pleasure of interacting with and who made the past 4 years at Iowa State feel like home.
Hayden Campbell. Hayden would like to thank his mom and dad for always supporting him, and his little brothers, Niall and Carson, for being pretty cool.
Spencer David Ehrenhard. Spencer would like to thank his mother and father for their continued support.
Elle Burke. Elle's favorite ISU memory is being in a sorority and meeting all her best friends.
Jack Robert Plum. Jack's favorite course at ISU was Marketing 342 with Professor Gassman.
Daniel Montalbano. Daniel would like to thank his parents for everything.
Mariana Alburason. Mariana has accepted a financial analyst position with Ecolab.
Natalie Duncan. Natalie would like to thank her family and friends for their endless support over these 4 unforgettable years.
Drake Thomas Stalzer. Drake has accepted a position with HNI Corporation.
Kathy Bowie. Kathy would like to thank her parents and Christina for being her biggest supporters.
Catherine Curtis. Catherine will attend law school at the University of Iowa College of Law.
Kelsey Elaine Henson. Kelsey would like to thank her mom and dad for their constant support and making her a lifelong Cyclone.
Lily Grace Schuett. Lily would like to thank her family for their unwavering support and encouragement throughout her entire journey.
Annie Egan. Annie has accepted a position with Otis Elevator.
Janelle Barbara Vossel. Janelle has accepted a position with Fidelity and Guarantee in their finance department's 2-year rotational development program.
Michael Yard, Cox. Michael has accepted a position with Christensen Capital Management.
John Mortimer. John has accepted a position with Thrivent Financial in Johnston, Iowa, as a financial advisor.
Spencer Douglas Biskey. Spencer would like to thank his mom, Tracy, grandparents, Doug and Liz, and everyone else that supported him.
Bernadette Ibambe. Bernadette would like to thank her church for building community around her that pushed her to achieve great things. Shout out to her pastor for being the father she never had.
Kelly Malembe. Kelly is grateful to God for blessing her with an amazing Pastor John, who encouraged and prayed for her during her journey, as well as her church, friends, and family for their support.
Lucas Daniel Reutemann. Lucas would like to thank his parents and grandparents, as well as many others, for supporting him through his college experience.
William Mason. William will be attending graduate school at Southern Methodist University.
Blake Joseph Baumgardner. Blake's future plans are to become a professional sports gambler.
John Donald Harmon. John will be attending graduate school at the University of Miami.
Jackson William Morrison. Jackson is from God's country, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Matthew Worthington Barnes. Matthew would like to thank his family for helping him make it to college when he never thought he would, for giving him the chance to truly come into his own and stand tall here now.
Benjamin Thomas Hirata. Benjamin would like to thank his family and friends for being there for him and for helping him get this far.
Cooper R. Lackey. Cooper would like to thank his family for all of their support over the last 4 years.
William Lopez. William's favorite ISU memory is meeting all of his best friends freshman year in the dorms.
Jonathan Bucaro. Jonathan would like to thank his parents and friends for supporting him through his 4 years here.
Lucas Owen McDaniel. Lucas would like to thank his family.
Benjamin Timmons Schramm. Benjamin has accepted a position with Athene in West Des Moines as a business systems analyst.
Ryan Crawford. Ryan's favorite course at ISU was Actuarial Science 401 and 402 with Dr. Rahul Parsa. Bang!
Lucas Pale. Lucas's favorite ISU memory is storming the field against Oklahoma State his freshman year because it solidified all of his friendships and created a new home for him forever.
Andrew Christian Johnson. Andrew would like to thank his family, friends, and most importantly, God, for giving him the ability to learn and glorify him.
Tate Hamer. Tate would like to thank his mom and dad for their endless love, support, and sacrifices.
Jack Hintermeister. Jack has accepted a position with Ernst & Young and will join their audit practice in Minneapolis.
Gavin Hint. Gavin would like to thank his mom and dad.
Jonas Key. Jonas's favorite course at ISU was Entrepreneurship and Innovation, where he made friends and was inspired by Dr. Queckenstedt to embrace his entrepreneurial ambitions.
Andrew Ross. Andrew's future plans are to work as a Wells Fargo analyst.
Andrew Kuster. Andrew will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University, pursuing a master's degree in finance.
Luke Patrick Benton. Luke is from Lamars, Iowa.
Aiden Ross Penning. Aiden's favorite course at ISU was Finance 410X with Bruce Kraft.
Clay Willitson. Clay has accepted a position with Wells Fargo in New York City as an equity sales and trading analyst.
Aaron Rundock. Aaron's future plans are to move to Scottsdale, Arizona to begin his career in financial planning.
Marshall Skyteman. Marshall's favorite ISU memory is storming the field at Jack Trice.
Casey Mum. Casey would like to thank his family for supporting him through his journey.
Gabriel Rahim Garcia. Gabriel would like to thank his family.
Andre Miller. Andre would like to thank his family for their advice and support, and his roommates and friends for being there through it all.
Garrett Smith. Garrett would like to thank his parents, Dee Dee and Brent Smith, for their endless love and unwavering support. Thank you for believing in him and always being there.
Ethan Swan. Ethan has accepted a position with Stryker Medical as a marketing associate.
Jake Mangers. Jake's favorite ISU memory is tailgating with his friends and family.
Owen William Mickelson. Owen has accepted a position with Ewings as a sales team lead.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Finance graduates.
Chase Daniel McPherson. Chase's favorite ISU memory is storming the field against K-State to go to the Big 12 championship.
Izzat Azmi. Izzat would like to thank his parents for their undying support for his academic pursuits.
Martina Choni. Martina would like to thank her parents for coming from Italy today. Thanks also to her boyfriend for always being there, and to her sister, who, even if not here today, is with her.
Nusrat Jahan. Nusrat would like to thank Almighty Allah, her parents, and her husband for their continuous support and love. This journey was possible because of you.
Suman Ashalagari. Suman's future plans are to be a financial analyst at a fintech company, helping businesses grow with smart financial decisions.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize our Master of Real Estate Development graduates.
Guadalupe Lopez. Guadalupe would like to thank her family. Gracias, mamá y papá. Si se pudo.
Roxanne Ebay. Thank you to her family, friends, her cats, Max and Jessie.
John David Schmidt. John's future plans are to implement the knowledge and skills he gained into his position on Hubble Realty's multifamily development team.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Information Systems and Business Analytics, which offers majors in Business Analytics and Management Information Systems. ISBA faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Kevin Scheibe Department Chair and Union Pacific Professor for Information Systems and Business Analytics. Candidates are led by the Information Systems and Business Analytics Student Marshal, Carly Izzard, who is graduating with 2 degrees, one in Business Analytics and one in Management Information Systems.
Carly Izzard. Carly would like to thank God for blessing her journey, her parents for their love, Kelly for her guidance, Jace for his support, and her family, friends, and professors.
Malachi Williams. Malachi would like to thank his family for their unwavering support and encouragement.
Samuel Mayer. Samuel would like to thank his family, especially his parents and brother, for their support and the friends he made along the way. Descartes
Grayson Sunborn. Descartes would like to thank his friends and family for all of their support, especially his parents and his sister, Delani.
Nick O'Toole. Nick would like to thank all of his family and friends who stuck with him on this long and bumpy journey over these past 5 years.
Aizainwa Ajiri. Aizainwa is from Nigeria.
Logan Johnson. Logan's future plans are to be President of the United States.
Devin Shadravan. Devin would like to thank his parents for helping him get through school and his friends for all the fun times.
Brody Peter Enich. Brody's favorite ISU memory is the 2021 homecoming football game when Brock Purdy and Iowa State beat number 8 Oklahoma State.
Matthew William Manson. Matthew's future plans are to move to Knoxville, Tennessee to help in planting a church and a Salt Company student ministry at the University of Tennessee.
Samuel Travis Keister. Samuel's favorite ISU memory is his last home football game as an ISU student. He flew in from Detroit, barely arrived in time for the kickoff, and the game ended with everyone on the field celebrating a win.
Tristan Loving. Tristan's favorite ISU memory is the time his friends threw him a surprise birthday party, but accidentally surprised the wrong person twice before he arrived.
Tanner Holtz. Tanner would like to thank his parents and the Ultimate Frisbee Club for a wonderful 4 years of college.
Luke William Meyer. Luke has accepted a position with Capital One as a business analyst in Chicago.
Brian Zachary DeMilo. Brian has accepted a position with John Deere.
Isabella Ray Manning. Isabella would like to thank her friends, family, Delta Zeta, her professors, and most importantly, her mom and dad for this opportunity.
Parker Boone. Parker would like to thank his mom and dad for their support, and also all the friends he made along the way who made his college experience great.
Jaden Kirsch. Jaden's favorite ISU memories are managing the soccer team, playing flag rugby, and participating in intramurals.
Matthew Allen Wade. Matthew's favorite ISU memory is storming the field at Jack Trice Stadium freshman year against Oklahoma State, and this year against Kansas State.
Ava Feeney. Ava's future plans are working in Des Moines as a Salesforce engineer at Principal and traveling with family.
Erica Rose Becker. Erica has accepted a position with Principal Financial Group as an associate product manager.
Isabel Stout. Isabel's favorite ISU memory is attending ISU After the Dark every month with her friends.
Kaya Snyder. Kaya's future plans are to move to Kansas City to work as a business or data analyst. Moving out of Ames will be a fun step since she's lived in Ames her whole life.
Sanjana Shankar Mahabal. Sanjana is from India.
Colin Kohler. Colin's favorite ISU memory is watching Iowa State football beat UCF to go 7-0.
Zach Beachy. Zach has accepted a position with Ace Hardware Corporation.
Ryan Winters. Ryan's favorite ISU memory is attending football and basketball games.
Dorothy Ann Staten. Dorothy would like to thank her family for their support and Professor Rudolph for allowing her to be his TA and supporting her professional development.
Ethan Lane Shepard. Ethan has accepted a position with R.A. Jones as a Master Data Inventory Specialist.
Korea Jasmine. Korea future plans are to become a humanitarian risk analyst, attend grad school for applied statistics and global economics, and travel the 7 wonders of the world.
Hallie Mestery. Hallie has accepted a position with Schneider Electric as a business data analyst.
Mason Mengel. Mason is from Des Moines.
Mason Mish. Mason is from St. Charles, Illinois.
Diego Andrade Robles. Diego would like to thank his parents for all their efforts that made it possible for him to study in the U.S. and graduate from ISU.
Jeffrey Swanson. Jeffrey would like to thank his family.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Science in Information Systems graduates.
Cassandra Elise Bueller. Cassandra would like to thank her family, friends, and husband Joel. Proof that sometimes yelling across the classroom does get you the girl.
Sarah Eunice Stephen. Sarah would like to thank her mom and dad for giving her opportunities they could only dream about. She wouldn't be here today without their unwavering support.
Ravana Danadedalan. Ravana would like to thank her incredible family and friends. She misses you every day, Vishwa, and hopes you are proud of her.
Balvanth Gauda Kadikanur Vipin. Balvanth would like to thank his parents, professors, family, and friends for their constant support.
Silpa Saini. Shilpa's favorite ISU memories include late night studies and early morning victories. This journey was tough, but so is she.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize our Master of Business Analytics graduates.
Bodhikana Luluri Dijing. Bodhikana is from Botswana and would like to thank his parents for parting with all the money that they did.
Gabriela Rosa Vaquerano. Gabriela would like to thank her family and boyfriend for their unwavering love, patience, and encouragement.
Siddharth Gopala Krishnan. Siddharth would like to thank his family for their endless support and his amazing Iowa State friends. Their kindness, laughs, and encouragement made this journey unforgettable.
Akash Hupesh Singh. Akash would like to thank his parents and his friend for their support.
Midjun Jyotis. Midjun sends huge thanks to his amazing parents, friends Gauss and Anwar, Professor Anuj Sharma, and Alex and Blake from SciBiz Lab.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize our Master of Healthcare Analytics and Operation graduates.
Ethan Thomas Johnson. Ethan would like to thank Natalia Gray, his parents, and all his friends and family.
Please join me in congratulating our graduate. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Management and Entrepreneurship, which offers majors in management, entrepreneurship, healthcare management, and human resource management. The department also offers an online bachelor's degree in business administration for students who are returning to college to complete a bachelor's degree. Management and entrepreneurship faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Scott Johnson, Thomey Professor in Business and Interim Chair of the Department of Management and Entrepreneurship. Candidates are led by the Management and Entrepreneurship Student Marshal, Mia Habeha, who is graduating with a double major in Human Resource Management and International Business.
Mia Annalena Abeja. Mia has accepted a position as a U.S. People Specialist at McDonald's headquarters in downtown Chicago.
Anika Anderson. Anika has accepted a position with the Minnesota Vikings revenue team.
Julia Kotunyuk. Julia has accepted a position with IBM as a technology sales specialist in Chicago.
Olivia Kathleen Jones. Olivia has accepted a position with the Iowa Association of Business and Industry as a marketing and communications assistant.
Jordan Ahrens. Jordy has accepted a position with Purdue as an associate sales and marketing operations analyst in Salisbury, Maryland.
Juliana Jabor. Juliana has accepted a position with Axiom Law in Chicago as a business development representative.
Andrew David Wilson. Andrew has accepted a position with HNI as a sales development specialist. Thank you to the Ivy Sales Forum for making this opportunity come to life.
Julia Bushila. Julia would like to thank her parents for loving and supporting her.
Asia Shepard. Asia would like to thank her family for all of their support and encouragement. She loves you all.
Ryan Allen. Ryan would like to thank his mother and father for always pushing him to be his best.
Ryan Jacob Larson. Ryan has accepted a position with Casey's headquarters as a talent acquisition specialist.
Frank Schmansky. Frank's future plans are to work in sales for Cuttingham and Butler, an insurance brokerage.
Spencer Vogelgesang. Spencer would like to thank all of his family, friends, peers, and professors for their unwavering support and encouragement.
Rachel Tukwa. Rachel would like to thank her professors, friends, and family for supporting her throughout her time at ISU.
Spencer Corbett. Spencer has accepted a position with Ewing's as a market growth associate, focusing on digital marketing, lead generation, and innovation in healthcare network solutions.
Shadrick Caven Burridge. Shadrick's future plans are to be a millionaire while running his own business.
Seamus Ryan. Seamus would like to thank his family.
Quinn Slinger. Quinn is grateful for her family's unwavering belief in her and thanks her Ivy professors for their mentorship and support.
Lauren Elizabeth Sloan. Lauren's favorite ISU memory is her first swim club practice, where she met all her best friends without even realizing it at the time.
Madison Jean Walker. Madison would like to thank her family for always being her biggest supporters and ISU for bringing her lifelong friendships she'll forever cherish.
Sophia Sanchez Macias. Sophia would like to thank her husband, Remington, her parents, Monica and Cesar, her sisters, Lily and Mons, and her in-laws, Lori and Ray.
Emma Dudgeon. Emma is from Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Wa Say. Wa would like to thank God for guiding her every step of the way and her parents. Your sacrifices as immigrants mean the world to her, and she owes this moment to you.
Maddox Doty. Maddox's favorite course at ISU was Management 370.
Vada Klinkhammer. Vada would like to thank her family, friends, roommates, and most importantly, her mom, who has been her biggest supporter these past 4 years.
Anna Jean Spahn. Anna will attend graduate school at the University of Wisconsin-Madison Lafayette School of Public Affairs.
Amanda Noel Roeder. Amanda would like to thank her family, professors, mentors, and friends for their love, support, and encouragement.
Jack Kooning. Jack's future plans are to pursue a career in sports and event management and travel to as many national parks as possible.
Eli Holden Crawford. Eli's future plans are to complete flight school and to pursue a career as an airline pilot.
Blake Pottebaum. Blake has accepted a position with 3E Electrical Engineering and Equipment.
Nathan Allen Hughes. Nate is from Glenwood, Iowa, home of the Rams.
Tyler Buckland. Tyler's favorite ISU memory is storming the field against Kansas State to celebrate the first 10-win season in school history.
Rhett Goebel. Rhett would like to thank his family for giving him so much support throughout his life.
Rachel Mialo. Rachel would like to thank her family and friends for the support. And to those who doubted her, thanks for the motivation.
Anna Marie Schmitz. Anna has accepted a position with Life Care Services as an associate administrator based in downtown Chicago.
Avery Burish. Avery's future plans are to attend an accelerated nursing program. She hopes to combine her skills in business and patient care to make a meaningful impact in the medical field.
Stephen Logan Darling. Stephen would like to thank his mom and dad and his whole family.
Alfredo Orozco Tessitore. Alfredo would like to thank his family, friends, and his beautiful girlfriend, Madison. Your love and support mean everything.
Marco Lopez. Marco would like to thank his family and friends, especially his parents for their love and sacrifices, and his sister for always being there.
Alexa Garcia. Alexa would like to thank her mom for letting her pursue her dreams and for always being her #1 supporter.
Zachary Lewis. Zachary has accepted a position with Created Packaging, where he'll focus on sales and marketing.
Caitlin Marie Denny. Caitlin would like to thank her parents, boyfriend, and friends for their endless support and encouragement.
Caleb Trozen. Caleb would like to thank his parents, grandparents, family, friends, and girlfriend Luda. He will forever appreciate their sacrifices and kindness.
Niamat Thor. Niamat has accepted a position with nVent Electric as an operations specialist in their supply chain and operations leadership development program.
Elizabeth Ann Murray. Elizabeth's future plans are to pursue her SHRM CP certification while working as a human resources and back office assistant. Matthew Nelson. Matthew's future plans are to find a job with a good company.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. Sorry, it's our first time. We will now recognize the Bachelor of Science in Marketing candidates. Marketing faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Shekhar Raju, Gary and Margaret Pint Faculty Fellow and Chair of the Department of Marketing. Candidates are led by the Marketing Student Marshal, Bennett Dirks.
Bennett Dirks. Bennett's favorite ISU course was Marketing 450 with Mike Gassman.
Keegan R. Miller. Keegan's favorite ISU memory is storming the field against Oklahoma State in football in 2021.
Kayla Jane Frickenstein. Kayla's favorite ISU memory is attending men's and women's basketball games with friends.
Dalton Dale Young. Dalton would like to thank his parents, Derek and Jeanette, for always supporting and believing in him.
Maggie Scout Schiller. Maggie would like to thank her parents, fiance, and family for supporting her. She would not be crossing the stage today without you.
Maya Loh. Maya's favorite ISU memory is studying abroad in South Korea.
Anna Noel Paskey. Anna would like to thank her friends, family, classmates, and instructors for supporting her through her ISU journey.
Jennifer Bueller. Jennifer would like to thank her parents for making it possible for her to attend college and supporting her along the way.
Felipe Enrico Andrade Pasolin. Felipe would like to thank his family. Their love, sacrifice, and unwavering belief in him gave him the strength to get this far.
Chloe Caroline Dayton. Chloe would like to thank her family and friends.
Camila Vizcano. Camila has accepted a position with Athene as an internal sales specialist in their West Des Moines office. Thank you for the best 4 years, Ivy.
Talia Burkhart. Talia's future plans are to own and operate Ziggy's Coffee franchise locations in the Des Moines area.
Jack Robert Clausen. Jack would like to thank his parents, Bob and Sherry, his sister Sophie, and his girlfriend Claire.
Alexandra Odie. Alexandra plans to travel over the next few months and then move to Chicago to work in medical device sales.
Margaret Joan Hymans. Margaret would like to thank her family for supporting her throughout her journey as a cyclone.
Kira Warwick. Kira's future plans are to begin her career in the hospitality industry.
Kayla Jo Pfiffner. Kayla would like to thank her family.
Hannah Rose Wilson. Hannah has accepted a position with Fidelity and Guarantee Annuities and Life Insurance.
Heather Schwartzbeck. Heather would like to thank her mom and dad for always believing in her and supporting her in everything she does.
Kale Neighbor. Kale's favorite ISU memory is playing in the Egg Business Golf Tournament.
Isaiah Darrell Miller. Isaiah is from New Ulm, Minnesota.
Marvin George. Marvin is from the heart of Nairobi, Kenya. The unstoppable, the fearless, the graduate who fought through every round. Give it up for Marvin George.
Jack Goddard. Jack's future plans are to go to flight school and pursue a career as an airline pilot.
Grace Wagner. Grace would like to thank her family for their unconditional support, her professors for their guidance, and her friends for the memories that made ISU feel like home.
Abigail Ann Haas. Abigail has accepted a position with Hallmark Cards as a marketing specialist.
Lexi Bueller. Lexi would like to thank her family and friends for the support.
Noah Zamolik. Noah would like to thank his parents and friends.
Heath Robert Patterson. Heath would like to thank his entire family, Mike Gassman, Aaron Smoot, and his advisor, Daniel Hansen, for getting him out of Math 151.
Ava O'Brien. Ava has accepted a position with Strategic America as a client coordinator.
Kaylee Ann Cummings. Kaylee's future plans are to continue working with the Kansas City Royals and pursue a dynamic career in the sports industry.
Alyssa Marie Jansen. Alyssa would like to thank her family and friends who have supported her throughout this adventure.
Grace Elaine Pearson. Grace has accepted a position with Nationwide Insurance as a personal lines territory relationship associate.
Jenny Ann Dykma. Jenny's favorite ISU memory is being part of the ISU Sales Club executive team.
Joseph Kenneth Johnson. Joseph would like to thank all the sales professors at the and the Ivy Sales Forum for their commitment to enhancing the growth and success of every student.
Alexander Daniel Peterson. Alexander would like to thank his fiancée, Sophia, his parents, family, and friends for always being there for him. Their love and support made this possible.
Caden Smith. Caden's future plans are to be a commercial real estate agent.
Beckett Robert Sims. Beckett would like to thank his friends and family for their support throughout his college journey.
Caitlin Kutke. Caitlin has accepted a position with ADP as an associate account manager in their Minneapolis office.
Hannah Dryden. Hannah would like to thank her entire family for supporting her on her academic journey. Your love and support mean more than you know.
Cale Matthew Stenger. Cale would like to thank his mother.
Nicole Lynn Fawnlander. Nicole's favorite ISU memory is working as an equipment manager for the football team for 2.5 years.
Grace Davis. Grace's favorite ISU memory is studying abroad in Seoul, South Korea, thanks to the Study Abroad Office and Ivy International programs.
Nora Elizabeth Tates. Nora has accepted a position with Red Bull in Minneapolis in on-premise sales. She would like to thank her family for their love and support throughout her college journey.
Sierra Erickson. Sierra has accepted a position with Direct Supply in Milwaukee as a business development sales manager. She would like to thank Mike Gassman for launching her passion for sales.
I'm leaving.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize the Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management candidates. Supply chain faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Haojia Chen, Department Chair and Walker Professor in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Candidates are led by the Supply Chain Management Student Marshal, Kate Gira, who is graduating with a double major in Supply Chain Management and Management.
Kate Gira. Kate has accepted a position with Abbott as a buyer in Plymouth, Minnesota. Tyler J. Michaels. Tyler would like to thank his professors and his parents for supporting him through this journey. Jonathan Jaw. Jonathan would like to thank his friends and family. Thomas Allen Odegaard. Thomas's favorite ISU memory is attending football games and tailgating with friends. Ryan F. Preet. Ryan would like to thank his parents for being so supportive. Jack Henry Bork. Jack's future plans are to pursue a fulfilling career in supply chain. Jason Dean Dixon. Jason has accepted a job in purchasing with Uline in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jackson Alexander Hagan. Jackson is from Geneva, Illinois. David Eclair Anderson. David's favorite ISU memory is shopping cart night. Grace Rumlow. Grace has accepted a position with PepsiCo. Morgan Quackenbush. Morgan will attend law school at Northern Illinois University. Tara Nicole Peterson. Tara's favorite ISU memory is meeting lifelong friends and getting to participate in the National Student Exchange. Jenna Mueller. Jenna's future plans are to work as a strategic sourcing buyer for Schwann's company. Malia Long. Malia has accepted a position with Kiewit as a supply chain specialist in Kansas City. Catherine Gillespie. Catherine would like to thank her beautiful and amazing parents who have always supported her. Today is possible because of them. Cameron Johansson. Cameron would like to thank his parents for supporting him and encouraging him from this season into the next one. Carter S. Borwick. Carter would like to thank Jesus, first and foremost, and his parents for everything they did to support him. Ellie Culberson. Ellie would like to thank her family and friends for their support. Mary Claire Therese Greenwood. Mary Claire would like to thank her family, friends, and professors for their continuous support throughout her journey at Iowa State. Claire Jaden. Claire would like to thank her friends and family for their loving support all 4 years. Reagan Saxton. Reagan's future plans are to work at John Deere in their Supply Management Development Program. Hayden Zuza. Hayden is from Batavia, Illinois. Zachary Mazala. Zachary would like to thank his friends and family for their support. Yael Maria Bittencourt. Yael is originally from Mexico. It has been a great honor to have the opportunity to come to the United States and pursue her studies at Iowa State University. James Albert Fidanzia. James would like to thank his parents. Aiden Yackler. Aiden would like to thank his family for all of their love and support over the years. Simon Anthony Long. Simon would like to thank his parents and grandparents for their unwavering support and guidance throughout his academic journey. Daniel Patrick Ray. Daniel's favorite ISU memory is rushing the field at Jack Trice after beating Kansas State in November. Cade R. Atterbury. Cade would like to thank his family, friends, peers, and professors who helped him get here. Gabriel Lopez. Gabriel would like to thank his family for all the love and encouragement throughout his academic career. William Antilles Rasmussen. William has accepted a position with Hormel Foods in their Supply Chain Developmental Program. Thomas Howard Paulson. Thomas has accepted a position with Cargill in Salina, Kansas, where he will be working as an Operations Management Associate. Isaac H. Schmidt. Isaac is thankful for his mom and her unwavering support, and his family, whose faith allowed him to pursue his academic goals. Colin A. Roch. Colin has accepted a position with DCB in the Air Imports Department. Andrew Michael Schumacher. Andrew is from Austin, Minnesota. Zachary Han Loomis. Zachary would like to thank his parents. Wylan Haber. Wylan's favorite ISU memory is attending every home football game. Jackson D. Batten. Jackson would like to thank all of the amazing people and professors he met over the last 4 years. Benjamin James Hughes. Benjamin would like to thank Bob and Maggie Hughes for all of their support through school. Cindy Mugisha Chirabo. Cindy would like to thank God because without him, none of this would be possible, and her parents for always cheering her on louder than a stadium crowd. Kendall Stevenson. Kendall would like to thank her family for instilling her with love and resiliency. Amir Hamilton. Amir would like to thank his family for always supporting him and being his biggest motivation, and his friends back home and the new ones he made at Iowa State. Ethan Brandstetter. Ethan would like to thank his parents and friends for making his 4 years here so memorable. Marina Gonzalez. Marina is a former Olympian from Spain who competed in Tokyo 2020. She would like to inspire and support future athletes and apply the discipline of sport to her professional path, made it possible by the unwavering support of her family.
Please join me in congratulating all of our degree candidates.
There still is one more thing to do this evening, and that's to thank all of the family members and friends who have provided support for our candidates over the years. Candidates, how about a round of applause for your great support teams? The Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business is proud to honor your achievements and to mark the beginnings of your professional career. Please find ways to stay engaged with the Ivy community. Keep in touch with your professors and advisors. Be a mentor to students and come back and talk to classes about your career path, the business you started, or the nonprofit that you lead. We like staying in contact with you and hearing of your contributions to your profession and to your community. So send us an email, stop in and see us, let us know what's going on in your life. And to those of you who are completing your bachelor's degree, I hope you'll come back to the Ivy College of Business when you're ready to pursue a graduate degree. Congratulations to all of our spring and summer 2025 graduates from the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. So candidates, please remain seated until the faculty have had an opportunity to exit the stage and front rows. Your student marshals will then stand, and you will form lines behind them to leave the seating area. You are welcome to step out of the line to take photos with favorite professors and friends. We can only stay on the arena floor, though, for the next 15 minutes because there's liberal arts and sciences coming in after us. So we do need to move away from the stage in the seating area so Hilton staff can prepare for the next ceremony. As we conclude our ceremony, the recessional song will be "You Make My Dreams" by Hall & Oates, as voted on by our graduates. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. We are Ivy.